Bruno Mars, Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is your number 4 You Go. Let's get into it. You guys are going to be at the US Bank Stadium on Wednesday, May 13th. This is a closed roof venue. It has a capacity of up to 73,000 attendees. Gates are going to open at 5:30. Box office is going to open at 10 o'clock a.m. and show starts at 7. For those who have floor seats, you should enter through the upper Pentair Gate, which is on the south side of the stadium, located off of South 6th Street, and you're going to receive a wristband. They are encouraging you to arrive early enough to allow time to get through security and get your wristbands. There is going to be a Hello Kitty pop-up shop for this location. It's going to be on May 12th and May 13th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's going to be located at Varsity Theater, 1308 Southeast 4th Street. I'm including a picture of the merchandise that's going to be sold at this pop-up shop. It is exclusive merchandise for that pop-up shop. This merchandise will not be sold at the show. Bags. Of course, they want everyone to come as light as possible. Their goal is to get you into that venue as quick as possible. But if you want to bring a bag, they're giving you two options. One is a clear plastic, vinyl, or PVC bag that's no bigger than 12 by 6 by 12. Or if you want to bring a colored bag, then it can be no bigger than 8.5 by 5.5, with or without straps. They say that you can bring both of those bags if you like. You can bring your clear bag that's no bigger than 12 by 6 by 12 and a colored clutch that's no bigger than 8.5 by 5.5. For those that bring bags that may not be allowed inside, they will have a bag check there outside of the stadium. It is going to cost $10 per bag. If you don't want to use that as an option, then they're going to make you either take your things back to your vehicle or dispose of them. Cameras. What is allowed is still photography cameras with a lens that is 6 inches or less in length. So what does that include? That typically includes, of course, the cameras on your phone, a point and shoot camera, a disposable camera, or a Polaroid camera. Those are typically your options. What is not allowed? Video cameras or monopods, tripods, professional cameras with detachable lenses, cell phone camera attachments. Okay, so that can include your ring lights, things of that nature. Professional or non-mobile phone video recorders, professional recording devices, GoPros, iPads, and selfie sticks. Okay, so I would keep it simple. The cameras on your phone, I would do probably first choice, but if you want to bring a camera, make sure that it does not have a detachable lens and that lens, when it is extended, is no longer than 6 inches. Typically, your DSLR cameras are not allowed. Since they have already touched on GoPros, I would be a little hesitant to bring a DJI Osmo, which I get a lot of questions about as well. I get a lot of questions about the Canon GX7 camera. Typically, that one is safe to bring. But I would say overall, if you have anything that's classified as a video camera, meta glasses, smart glasses, I would be a little hesitant on bringing, and anything that has a detachable lens or a lens that is longer than 6 inches in length. If you have tickets at the box office to pick up, or if you want to purchase alcohol that evening, please remember to bring your IDs because you will need that for either one of those transactions. The venue does not allow aerosol cans. So if you have hairspray in an aerosol can, you have deodorant in an aerosol can, I would not bring anything like that to the venue. Portable fans, they are allowed. Just make sure that they are the USB rechargeable type of fans. Portable chargers are allowed in the venue. However, if you forget yours at home, they will have charging stations located throughout the venue for use if need be. Umbrellas, small, compact only. The idea is to have them fit underneath your seat comfortably, so no golf-size umbrellas. Posters, no bigger than 8 by 11. 8 by 11, they have to be handheld, not attached to a stick or a pole, no obscenities, no vulgarities, and cannot be blocking anybody's view. The venue is cashless, so you want to buy food, you want to buy merch, you want to buy drinks, bring your cards, or either be able to use tap to pay. The stadium is a completely non-smoking facility. They mention all guests are prohibited from smoking, including e-cigs, vapes, or similar products inside of the stadium and outside of the stadium within the security perimeter at any time. They also have a no re-entry policy. So if you go outside of those doors, please make sure that you're going for the evening, because if you want to come back in, you're going to need a brand new ticket. Outside food is a no. Nothing will be allowed inside. Wheelchairs, they will have complimentary wheelchair escorts available at all of the entry points. They mention upon arrival, guests can request an escort by locating the nearest guest service representative. The service is available to and from the entry gates and seating areas. They want people to be aware that their staff and wheelchairs will not remain with you during the event. Guests that require additional assistance or who would like to reserve a wheelchair in advance are encouraged to contact their mobility assistance team by email at mobilityservices@usbank.com, or you can call them at 612-777-8761. ADA drop off and pickup is going to be located on 10th Avenue South between 6th Street and 7th Street South. So if you need to be dropped off closer to the venue, this will be your location. Parking can be purchased in advance through Spot Hero or ParkWiz, or you can do it the day of. If you want to do it in advance, you can do this either on their website or on their app. I'm going to demonstrate Spot Hero, but the premise is the same with ParkWiz. In the Where Are You Going box, you'll type in Bruno Mars. From here, you will see information pop up. If you scroll up, under upcoming events, you'll see Bruno Mars, the tour at US Bank Stadium. We're going to select that option. And from there, you'll see your options pop up. All of these options are going to give you your distance from the garage to the actual venue. So you'll see the shortest walk. That particular reservation is 4 minutes. If you click in the reservation, it will give you more details. I'm going to choose the popular one. Once you click in here, it'll give you your reservation time. So this reservation is going to be available from 4 o'clock p.m. until the next day at 1 o'clock a.m. If you scroll up under amenities, this will give you more information. This will tell you if this particular lot has ADA parking. This one does. If you go this route with either Spot Hero or ParkWiz, please make sure that you are aware of your parking reservation time because not all of them are guaranteed to be the same. There are numerous parking facilities that participate in the US Bank Stadium Extended Skyway Hours route and are accessible to the US Bank Stadium via the Skyway. So for those who are parking in those areas, the Skyway will have extended hours for this show from 2 p.m. to 1 o'clock a.m. If you want to do parking the day of, you can. It's probably going to be at a higher rate than it would if you do pre-arranged parking, which I do encourage. But if you want to go that route, they do recommend as you approach the stadium, highway and street level directional signage will display the parking lot options. So look out for that. But this is parking for US Bank Stadium. If you don't want to drive to the venue, there are a few options. They have the light rail, they have the bus, and of course we have rideshare. When it comes to the light rail, they mention the Target Field Station and the Mill City Museum Station are both just short walks to the stadium. The blue line and the green line both serve the Target Field Station. So you can use Google Maps for that. The bus, they mentioned numerous Metro Transit bus routes converge near US Bank Stadium, particularly along the Nicollet Mall and along 2nd Avenue South and 3rd Avenue South. Some of the key routes that offer convenient access are the number 3, 6, 7, 10, 11, 17, 18, and 21. So for both of those, I would recommend Google Maps. If you put in where you're starting at, and then of course putting in the stadium as your endpoint, it'll spit out all of the different things that are available to you from where you are. And just keep that app open and it will ride with you as you go. Regarding rideshare, their pickup and drop-off spot is going to be located on 10th Avenue South between 6th Street and 7th Street South. My tips for Uber is to book it in advance if you're going to go that route. Typically, it's cheaper than trying to book it the day of or the night of the show. Also, when it comes time to go home, particularly for a venue that's going to have this amount of people, I would try to pick a location that's about a couple of blocks away from the venue, 2, 3, 4 blocks away. Pick you a restaurant, a gas station, some type of store as your pickup location, because it's just going to be that much easier for an Uber driver to locate you and get to you versus having to try to find you amongst all the crowd trying to get through the traffic. Weather for the evening. 49 degrees and mostly clear skies. So a beautiful night for a show. Minneapolis, Minnesota. That is your number before you go. Now, they do mention, as far as traffic is concerned, if you're driving, they want you to note that eastbound I-94 will be closed between Highway 280 and I-35 East. Traffic will be directed from northbound Highway 280 to Highway 36 to southbound I-35 East. So keep that in mind if you are driving. This is a good amount of people coming to a show, so I would plan accordingly. It is also a weeknight, which might also entail work traffic in the afternoon. If you are going to work that day, I would try to plan out my day if you want to be there on time. I will say that this show starts on time. DJ People will be on that stage at 7 o'clock. I think Leon Thomas is somewhere between 7:30 and 7:45, and Bruno is typically on stage between 8:45 and 9 o'clock. So if you want to be there in time, get your food, get your drinks, your merch, whatever, I would suggest that you plan accordingly. Allow enough time to park if you are driving. That is going to take time. Download your parking passes if you're driving. First of all, just find out whether or not you have to download a parking pass or whether you may have to print off your parking pass. Every parking company does something different. So just make sure you are aware of what you need to do. And whatever that is, please have it ready when you pull up to the parking garage, because having it ready is just going to keep parking moving. I think parking is probably the biggest gridlock when it comes to getting in and leaving a venue. So that will help if things are ready. Same thing with your tickets to the show. Have those ready to go in their respective apps. That's going to keep things moving as well. Pack your patience. It's a lot of people coming to the show. Close to 70,000 people is a lot of people in one area for an event. So pack your patience. Any questions, any comments, please feel free to drop them down below. I do try to get back to you as quickly as I can. If Minneapolis, Minnesota is not your stop for the romantic tour, but you are going to one of the upcoming shows on this tour in the US and you want to be the number before you go, I am your girl. I'm covering this whole tour into completion, as well as many of the other tours that are happening in 2026. We have a lot of them going on. So if you want to be the number before you go to enjoy your show, give me a follow. Minneapolis, please prepare, pack your patience, be safe, and enjoy the show. Bye.